Welcome. It is that thing every time. It always has to reconnect. It can drive somebody insane. Okay, so today we are fixing to make us a fall primitive craft. Let's get the timer going. We are going. So, we do have some painting to do, so we're going to do that real quick. And so we are going to use this jar, and we're going to set that in the middle, and we're going to use these kind of candles, battery operated candles, to go inside of it. So let's go ahead and let's get started, because I don't think the painting will take us too long. So let's get it going. I hope everybody's had a great Wednesday. I went and hung out with the boys for a couple of hours. Hey, Miss Tracy. I'm not, this is crazy, but I can't see nobody. So, and okay, let's see how many comments. Hello, Liz. Thank you for fishing me out. I appreciate that. I hope everybody's had a great day. I like doing fall, y'all. It's just, I don't know, it's like Christmas to me. I love fall decorating just as much as Christmas decorating. That's kind of why I do the red in my house, is because it matches all the fall, and it can match Halloween. I mean, I don't do Halloween, but it could. And then it'll match Thanksgiving as well, because that has the same colors. Hey, Kyler and Gwen. Hello, hello. Welcome to my newbies. Hello. So I got this idea because I was sitting over at Tracy's with the boys, and I was like, gosh, what am I going to do today? So I went to looking on Pinterest. So I did get this idea from Pinterest. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is just too stinking cute. Now, it's not going to be exactly like the one on Pinterest. Somewhat, but not exactly. Let's try this so I can handle it. Hi, Cindy and Pearl. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with all of them and their stuff. Y'all know their stuff. I went to get a drink a while ago, y'all, and that popped. It done a little bloop kind of thing and got me right in the eyeball. There we go. Thought I was trying to drink on a malt or a shake. Have y'all ever tried to get a malt or a shake, and as soon as you get it, you start to try to drink it, and it's so thick you can't get it to come up the straw? Hi, y'all. Come on in. Hi, Jane. Hey, Miss Connie. I'm doing great today, guys. Look, y'all, the only time I ever went live over on my personal page is when we lived at the river bottom. And so when I would go live over there, it was because the river was flooding and everybody was wanting to know. They're texting and saying, hey, what's the river look like? And so every time it rained and started flooding, we would go out to the river, and you would think that we was the news station. So that was the only time that I ever went live on my personal page. So I was a little intimidated. I don't know why, I just was. And we are going to have to paint the bottom side of this. So I will show y'all our cow picture that I made in the private group. Okay, so let's talk about the private group. It is $22 a month. And I guess my comment, oh, there they are. There's Miss Cindy's creations. Thank you, Miss Cindy. Um, I'll show y'all our cow here in just a minute. So the group, if you get perks for being in this private group, and one of the perks is you get to they have a guest creator. I don't know if that's just once a month or once a week. I think it's on Tuesdays, is what she said. So when you do that on Tuesdays and you get that perk of seeing a creator, and then I'm not for sure about all the other perks. I put a post up so that y'all could see about the private group. And I told them anytime I would love to do it. And I was plumb embarrassed, y'all. I was thinking it was going to be like an event, not knowing, I hadn't never been a guest as far as that goes in a private group, so I didn't know. So I felt plumb crazy because evidently I had to go live in the group. And that's the first time I have ever done that too, is go live inside of a private group like that. Hey, Miss Linda. I think our cow turned out really good too, y'all. She's pretty rustic. Rustic farmhouse. Let me show y'all. Look how pretty she turned out. Didn't she look good? And I feel glue strings. Hi, Miss Elaine and Miss Peggy. Thank y'all. Thank you, Miss Cindy. Thanks, Miss Linda. She's going to be in the auction. I don't know about y'all, but I'm like wanting to pull stuff down and start decorating for fall. We're not even out of summer yet, and I want to put fall stuff out. I can't help it. I just love it. So I love fall. I wish our fall here was like the fall in New York or Maine or, somewhere like that. The only trees that turn really here are um, sweet gums and taller trees. And the sweet gums have sweet gum balls. And I have one growing right out there by my swing. And Joey said, I'm cutting that down. I said, no, don't cut it down. I said, what's wrong with you, crazy? Leave my tree alone. I don't hardly have any that turn. And taller trees now, their leaves, they'll turn red and yellow and orange, and it's so pretty too. I love taller trees. They don't amount to anything. You can't use them for nothing that I know of. Pictures and background, maybe. I bet so. Hi, Miss Pam. They drop drastically, huh? Well, once fall comes, it usually is still 90 degrees above 45,000 degrees. Our winters are dry usually as far as like the cold. Well, it's a wet cold, but not a dry. They're terrible. I've gotten to the point that I just wish it would stay cold or hot, one of the two. But then I couldn't imagine doing Christmas in 100-degree weather. But although it'd probably be nice to wear shorts during Christmas. We have to dry this real quick. This part. My name is Alicia K. Ford. Yes. Hey, Tammy. Are they really cold? Joey likes wintertime. Penny does too. Me and Alan are like, no. Uh, we don't like winter. Gaynell, she don't like cold weather at all. It don't matter if it's summertime or winter. She wears a jacket to church. She's always cold. Hey, Miss Denise. I like spring. Miss Mary Beth, my afternoon has been good. I'm tired. Them grandbabies is about wore me out this week. And tomorrow it's Mama's turn. I have to take her to the doctor. So I'm stretched, which is okay. I'm still trying to raise a mama and a husband, grandbabies, the little darlings. Spring is better. Hey, Natalie, how are you? I bet you know what, Natalie, I was thinking for whatever reason that your name was Natalia, and I guess the reason why is because I watched some ladies from overseas. I do watch a lot of ladies. I have so many ladies, lots and lots. And that's why I was thinking your name was like that. I don't know why I was thinking like that. Is that a brain fart? My mom is 71. She has health issues, and so she still lives by herself, but like her right foot decided that it didn't want to participate in her party no more, so it decided that it wasn't going to play. So it's kind of hard for her to drive, and so if I can keep her from having to drive, then that's what I prefer to do. I don't want to put any extra on her. She did have to raise me, and I don't think she had a lot of fun doing that. I'm just saying. Hey, Miss Ivy, I just don't think she had fun. Uh, and she might be sitting there in her recliner saying, "No, I didn't." It was something else when we were growing up. I must have not been right back then because to stay in trouble as much as I did with her and Mama, there must not have been a moment's peace for either one of them with all of us. And I don't know if Papa was being fair to Mama or not. See what I say? Hey, Michelle. Hey, Miss Lori. Look, she said, you're right. Some rough times. Them boys was just something else on her. I don't know what else to say. Um, oh, awesome. I love me some buttons, girl. You know that. So if y'all don't mind, fish me out. When you fish me out, you fish Craft Round the Clock out. And we both gain a win. We make new friends. I knew it was rough for her and Mama. I mean, but back to Papa not being fair. Now, I don't know if Mama knew Papa was going to go by Aunt KK's and pick up her three kids. Well, at the time, it was just two because Angela wasn't, well, she wasn't born yet. He would go get her by herself. I was 15 years older than Angela. But he would go by, pick up Aunt Charlotte's kids. And back then, we didn't have to have car seats. So he didn't have to worry about piling us up in the front of his truck. And he had a little old Toyota, y'all. Thank you, Miss Nita. Thank y'all for fishing me out. I appreciate that so much, and so does my ladies on Craft Round the Clock. We do appreciate everything that y'all do for us. But it was just so funny. He'd have all of us, and look, it would be a little truck that was, and it was standard. It was. Why do you buy a standard knowing you got all these grandkids that you're fixing to go by and pick up and take home for Mama to have to take care of? Oh, goodness. But look, let me tell you, it was really fun when Papa, they'd go to the barn and it was time to go feed the cows. And because the barn always had dried corn in it, we would can the first pickings of the field corn because that's what they used for our fried corn. I love sweet corn, of course. But the second pickings off of that field corn went in the barn, and that was for the cows and the chickens. We would, after it dried, we would shuck it, and then you just work your hand back and forth on that cob, and those corn kernels would pop right off. So that's what the chickens would eat, and then we would feed the cows the corn cobs. The only thing we couldn't feed the cows was butterbean hulls or shells. They can't have those for whatever reason. I don't think they can digest them or something. There's a reason for it. And our favorite things to do, we would hear Miss Sally. She lived down the road from us. It was all family out there on the 40 acres. And so we would hear her crank up in the morning times, and this is during the winter months. During the winter months, you have to go and hay your cows and stuff because there's no grass. So we would hear her crank up. Oh, have mercy. You would have thought that we were fixing to go and we had a blast doing it though, but I mean, you would have thought that we was fixing to get millions of dollars or something and we was running to it. And we'd help her do her cows. We'd help Papa do his. And my favorite thing to do was I loved to bottle feed the calves. That was my favorite thing to do. I don't know if anybody else liked doing that or not. Thank you. You're 76. Well, I was very lucky because we also at one point lived out there by Mama and Papa. And so I got to try to get that off real quick. So when Mama was at work, and this may be why Mama didn't want all of us kids at her. But anyway, when Mama was at work, Mama, we'd stay with Mama. And Papa would be at work too. But we loved it. Joey and I were headed to Mississippi the other day, and we was passing just rows and of miles and miles and miles of sugar cane. And he was saying, man, he said, I wish that was ready. He could stop and we would cut us a piece. And I was thinking, yeah, we going to the you know where we do that. So anyway, but I was telling him that my grandparents, when I was a kid, my papa grew sugar cane. And I remember him growing it. I don't remember if he grew it all the time or if it was just that one time. But that one time was all it took for us grandkids to love sugarcane. We absolutely loved it. Y'all, this had one of those sticky deals. I know this sounds crazy, but for whatever reason, Walmart thinks that, or evidently people are seriously stealing jars from Walmart. So they have those things. Yeah, it was. It was just cool as crap to watch them suck on that bottle. Okay, I think I got it off. I'm not painting this jar. I'm just going to paint the lid because I want the candle to be able to be seen. I want that jar to be lit up. So we're going to paint this lid now. I hope I knew this. Poor Mama, though. Papa would pick us up and bring us home with him. And I couldn't imagine when she seen us. Because there was 5 of us at one time. I loved it, though. I learned how to. Now, I don't know how to can with, what you call that? With that pressure cooker. Mm-mm. If you don't do that right, oh my gosh, you will have a mess. So when they come out with, you could blanch them, blanch peas and corn and all of that. Oh heavens, it was on. So I was there all the time with her, and I learned how to do all that canning. Now I got a cousin that she reminds me so much of Mama. I mean, even the way she carries herself and everything, it all reminds me of Mama. Yeah, girl, it knock you down when they go to bucking at that. And Well, I'm sure you know the reason why they do that is because they would have to do that on their mothers. I think it's something called about something of getting the milk to come down, or I don't know. I don't remember doing that when I was a kid. Oh goodness. So I didn't do all that. All right. We're gonna put this right in the middle. And we are gonna do some E6000. I gotta make sure we get this in the middle. And glue for an instant hold. Here we go again. I had issues with that last night too. I'm about out. Oh, come on. Have y'all ever seen anything like this before? I don't want to touch it. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I have my pit berries. We got 20 minutes. So we're making good time. And I'm just going to kind of wind them together, these two. I just want to wind them together so that they'll stay together while we are doing this. All right. And what I want to do is I am going to put a dab of glue just right there because I don't want it tight. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank y'all for welcoming our new ones. We'll go ahead and we'll tell them we ain't right. And we have a shirt to prove it now. It is hilarious. Y'all, that was pretty cool last night, though. Going to do all that for in the private group. I thought that was just cool. And they don't have to be tight. I don't know why it's doing that. And this isn't the only one that we're going to put on there because I want it to have several on there. If I could keep it going. And then when we get to the side like this, we're going to just wire it back into each other. We're not, that's the only place that I wanted to have to put glue. Well, we might have to right here. But that's all right too, if we have to. It won't be much. Thank you, Miss Patricia. Hi, Miss Wanda. Thank you, Miss Terry. I appreciate that. I wish Joey was here now. Y'all know me and him. He's my sidekick. He's my hoot. And he is a hoot too, y'all. I got some chicken ready. I'm gonna be making some dumpling mix here in a minute. And we're gonna have dumplings and cornbread for supper. And we're having it tomorrow night for supper too. I don't mind dumplings for leftovers. There's just some things that I don't care for to be leftovers. I don't know about y'all. And I think I might put a spot of glue there. And I have these little stars that little wooden stars that I'm gonna put on here. And wherever I put glue, I can do that. Hey, Angela, thank you. What is for supper? What are y'all having for supper? Thank you, Miss Cynthia. Thanks, Doretha. Thank you, thank you. I am loving it. And I'm not putting not one. What I wasn't gonna put on. I'm putting a few flowers, but we're not putting not one bow. That's what I was gonna say. We're not putting a bow on it because I like it just like that. Okay, now let's do our stars real quick. This won't take but just a hot minute because we still have 13 minutes left. Yeah, it's usually a lot of fun when Joey's here because I don't never know what's going to come out of his mouth. He's a hot mess for sure. Him and my mom, I'm just like, have mercy. What am I going to do with the two of them? Because I have no idea. Both of them are something else together. And when they get together, Lord have mercy. Just have mercy. Them two are a hoot together. And you get one to saying something and the other one agrees with them. And I'm just going, dear Jesus, help me. You see, I'm in this alone. And then he tells everybody, her mama loves me more. That's what he tells everybody. Her mama loves me more. And I'm going, she gives birth to me. Hello. I love smoked sausage and cabbage. I bet that's good. You're new. Igna, is that how you say your name? Or is it? I don't know how to say your name. Show me a pronunciation. Because I'm bad about that. Inga. Inga. I'm sitting here saying it in my mind. Welcome, your new friend. Welcome. Well, we got 10 minutes left. Heavens to Betsy. Man, it goes by so fast. There's our timer. And it's set for 45 minutes too. Alright, let's try this real quick. So I can do the sides. Inga, yes. Inga. My brain just had to kick in. It was thinking crafts. I love this. And look, y'all, I have. Let's see what this will look like, y'all. Oh, that's what it needs right there. We're going to glue that on there. That's exactly what it needs. And if you've had time, you can also do your candle on the inside, and which I may do that after the show because my chicken's cooling so that I can touch it. But you can paint that if you want to. You could put fairy lights in it if you wanted to. How many people we got with us today? Hello, girl. Hi, Becky. Welcome. Okay, so let me tell you what this is. This is a wooden wheel, is what that is. And then I just stuck a wooden bead on the top of it and painted it. But I have stuff to make another one. So I'm going to use that one. I know, I forget to tell y'all stuff. Like this is ink paint by Waverly Chalk Paint. I get on here and go to visiting with y'all. I get to not even thinking about telling y'all what I'm using, what I'm doing. I apologize for that. I just automatically think that y'all should know. All right, so let's get this dry so we can glue those on there. Hey, Miss Beverly, how are you? I'm doing great. We got 59. That's awesome. That is awesome possum. All right, let's find where our glue is, where we glued it. And it came undone, of course, or it didn't dry, which that's okay. I can fix that too. Because what I'll do is I'll heat that glue up and let it sit there again. And then I'm going to put this right where that's at. I got to sand these first along the edges. We got 7 minutes. You're welcome. I just forget, Miss Anita. I think that that y'all been watching me for almost 3 years. That I just think that y'all automatically know what I'm doing. Gosh, time flies by when you're having fun. And I'm just going to do the edges real quick. It's just giving that a little definition so you can see that star. Oh. Oh, we got 6 minutes. I'm doing good. I went back looking through my reels yesterday and the day before, and I was like, man, I used to fix up every day. And I got thinking about that, and I thought, ooh, we got 5 minutes. And I thought, Leisha, you better get back to yourself. Quit acting crazy. I remember being a teenager. I don't know about y'all. I wouldn't go out the door without makeup on. Mama would have to tell me 2 hours ahead of time that we were going to town, because I had to do my hair and fix my face. Hi, Miss Linda. How are you? Hey, Miss Vicky. Hey, Brenda. Hello, y'all. How are y'all doing? I hope you all are doing good. I have glue strings going everywhere. I'm going to put one on the other side as well. Oh, I like to burnt that fingertip off. Did y'all see that? Trying to make sure it's even. All right, now, because we got 4 minutes left, I feel that hot glue. All right, now. Well, my goodness. There it is. Gracious alive. That thing just did not want to come off of there. It was bound and determined to stay. Thanks, Mom. No, I try to do all of it. I like everything. I like primitive. I like rustic. I like shabby chic. I love it. I love it all. And I love doing it all. And I love pit berries. I've only been crafting for a few years, but I have learned so much in the last few years about crafting and all. But I saw this and I absolutely loved it. Thank you, Miss Claudia. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's put our, oh wait, we got to glue this on there. Let's do that real quick. So let's make sure it's right in the middle. And again, I'm sure there's bigger candles than this. This is what I have. And I got these in Happy Mail. Well, heavens to Betsy. Why do they make this stuff adult proof? Are you for real? That one don't work. Are the batteries in it? Ha ha. And this is what I have for y'all for today, guys. I hope y'all like this as much as I do. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, I love it. And I do have some rusty stars that we could put us a rusty star right in the middle. Oh, that's going to make it excellent. Okay, so, oh, there's my time. We're gonna put this rusty star on here first before I'm done, because I think these rusty stars would look stinking cute. I think it's gonna be pretty. And I have to hold it right there so that the glue will fall down and dry. So when I'm done, y'all don't forget to refresh your page, which means go up to the top of the page, pull it down so that you can see the next creator, because I don't know if my glue is going to drip down or not. I don't guess it is. While I fiddle with this and find me a picture or give me a way to get a picture made for y'all, I will put it on there. So y'all have a blessed evening. I love y'all. Take care. Bye, guys.